I'll start off a long time ago. When we grew up over this farm here, raised in this house here.
They put it right against your chin.
And we had 30 acres, 34 acres, and we had 2 horses, and we had 3 sons in the family. And we done the farming and the gardening, and we had raised enough food for the 2 horses and 2 milk cows, and that was the way we ate, mainly. We canned food in the summertime. It was so many cans of tomatoes, so many cans of beans. We had to get that many cans, and that's why we could survive. Our father was a deputy sheriff, my father was a deputy sheriff, and he had money coming in, but it never was enough back then, the same as it is now. It's never enough. But so our garden was where the nursery is now, where the plants are laid out. That was our garden, close to the house, easy to gather, and it was pretty good land. You didn't think about watering it back then. You had to plant it and hoe it and get the grass out of it. Now hoeing it to get the grass out. We had to pick it. That was the worst job. It ain't too bad raising it, but when you go into gathering it, that's the tough time. And trying to can it, that is work. And so I kept on gardening after I started raising a family. And now I'm down to the point where this is my garden out here, and down next to the road and across the road. I have a case tractor. I plow it with and I work it with. And it's a lot different than a mule. I don't plant many things. I plant the good stuff. Corn I plant every 14 days. I try to plant corn up until about the 15th of May. There's no need to plant corn after the 15th of May up here. In the river bottoms, my father-in-law, he farmed the river bottoms, and he didn't plant his corn until after the 15th of May because the worm would eat it up, and so I never could understand why we had to plant in March and he had to plant in May. But some worms would eat it up the time it come up, so that's what he did. I fertilized my corn with 5-10-10 when I plant it. When it gets about knee high, I give it another application of fertilizer. And when it starts tossing, I give it an application of nitrogen, soda, nitrate of soda. There's several ways to garden. Your way, my way, and Dale's way, and Clemson's way. So, main thing is to plant the seed, and they come up and take care of them. Okay, and when you go to pick corn, it's not so hard, because just before dinner, you go out and you gather I like about 2 years at a time. So, and then we microwave our corn in the husk, in the whatever. But cut the ends off of it, because usually there's a worm in the end, and that don't hurt a thing. You cut him off and leave him in the field. But you microwave the rest of it 2 minutes to a year. And it's pretty good. And you can do that every day and you don't get tired of it. When planting the corn of 2 rows, usually it stays good for about 2 weeks. One thing about gardening, you do not work or you do not mess with your land when it's wet. Now, a raised bed, when you got it raised and whatnot, it dries out real easy. But if it's too wet, I wouldn't do much with it. Wait a day or so for it to get a little dry. But in a field, you cannot work the soil. If it does, it gets hard clays, hard knots in it, and it don't fold together right. I plant a couple rows of squash and a couple hills of squash and a couple hills of cucumbers. I got the wild idea. I never planted cabbage in the pot before, but I got the idea. I wanted to plant some back in February, so I got me 12 plants and put them in the pots, and they look pretty good right now. And we can always use a little cabbage along the way. And it's good to see it growing. And you're accomplishing something. Last year we had a patio tomato. We put it in a container, and I said, let's put it close to the back door. And that patio tomato, and we put a metal frame on the back of it to tie it up to. And every day we went in, we picked a couple of tomatoes and carried in as they got ripe. And it buried the frost. We picked some after just for frost to carry in the house to get ripe. But I never had one to do that before. The next time it probably won't again. So if you try something and it don't work this year, try it a different way and it'll work again. Trial and error is the only way you garden. I planted potatoes last year, iced potatoes. I planted a whole row of them, and then none come up. I got them in a row this year, and they're starting to come up. So I knew what I'd done wrong last year, so I've done something different. And you can buy potatoes awful cheap, and I don't know why you want to raise them, but it's doing something. You're accomplishing something.